When you hear the word manager, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Do you picture an inspiring artist, a sharp, data-driven scientist, or maybe a disciplined, ethical professional? Well, the truth is, the best managers are a little bit of all three. And in this explainer, we're going to break down the real nature of management by looking at it through these three distinct lenses.
So let's get right to it. What exactly is management? Is it some kind of innate talent, a gut feeling you're born with? Is it a science you can learn from a textbook? Or is it a formal profession with its own set of rules and standards? Honestly, people have been debating this for decades. So let's dive into each perspective and see if we can figure it out.
Okay, first up, let's look at the manager as an artist. This point of view says that great management isn't about just following a script, right? It's more like conducting an orchestra. It takes intuition, perfect timing, and a real personal touch to bring out the best in everyone and create something truly amazing. So what does that look like in the real world? It means the artistic manager relies less on a rule book and way more on their own creativity, their intuition, and all that hard-won experience. These are the leaders who can read a room, who just get people, and who can make those tough judgment calls that you'll never ever find in a spreadsheet.
Just think about a CEO trying to steer their company through a totally chaotic market. That takes a visionary's touch for sure. Or what about a team leader who just instinctively knows exactly what to say to get a discouraged team back in the game? That right there is the art of leadership in action. It goes way beyond what any textbook could possibly teach you.
And really, that's the heart of the artistic approach. When things get tough, when you're in a crisis, it's the manager's ability to paint this powerful, compelling picture of the future that can inspire a whole team to take what looks like an impossible challenge and turn it into a real opportunity.
But intuition and vision, that's only part of the story. So what happens when we shift our focus from the artist's canvas to the scientist's laboratory? Let's take a look at the manager as a scientist. This perspective is all about objectivity. The scientific manager works from the idea that big decisions should be driven by cold, hard data, by proven theories, and by logical analysis. The goal is super simple. Replace guesswork with actual, systematic knowledge.
And the scientist's toolkit is packed with some seriously practical stuff. We're talking about using data analytics to really understand customer behavior, or applying psychology, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, to build incentives that actually work, or even using forecasting models to manage inventory so you don't run out or have too much. Every one of these tools is a scientific method for a real-world business problem.
So when you're in a tough spot, maybe navigating financial losses, the scientific approach doesn't rely on hope or hunches. It relies on facts. The data literally lights up the path forward, giving you a logical, clear road to recovery.
Okay, so we've got the creativity of the artist and the logic of the scientist. But to really get the complete picture, we need a foundation, something built on trust and accountability. And that brings us to our third lens, the manager as a professional. Kind of like being a doctor or a lawyer, this view sees management as a formal discipline. It's built on a specialized body of knowledge, it requires recognized qualifications, and, this is crucial, it's guided by a strict code of professional ethics.
And these are the pillars of the profession, right? Getting certifications like an MBA or a PMP, that's Project Management Professional, it's not just about adding letters after your name. It shows a real commitment to a shared body of knowledge and a high set of standards. It creates a framework that holds you accountable.
And this is exactly why this professional lens is so non-negotiable. Think about it. A manager's decisions impact everyone, the employees, the customers, even the whole community. Strong professional ethics are what build trust. And let's be honest, trust is the bedrock of any company that wants to stick around. So, let's put it all side by side. You can see the differences pretty clearly. The artist runs on personal creativity to inspire people. The scientist uses systematic knowledge to make decisions. And the professional relies on ethical standards to make sure there's good governance. Three totally different approaches, each with its own unique focus and core skill. So which one is it then? Is it an art, a science, or a profession? Well, as you've probably figured out by now, the answer isn't to just pick one. The real magic happens when you bring them all together.
You see, the complete manager starts with the artist's intuition. That's what lets them inspire their team and navigate all that uncertainty.
But then, they ground that vision with the scientist's data. This makes sure every single decision is actually rooted in logic and reality.
And finally, they wrap it all together with the professional's ethics, building this foundation of unwavering trust that guides every single thing they do. So great management isn't about choosing just one role, it's about this dynamic blend of all three. The most effective leaders, they just seamlessly switch between being an artist, a scientist, and a professional. They use data to inform their vision, and they do it all while being guided by a really strong ethical compass. That integration, that's the real key to success.
So the next time you're facing a tough decision or challenge, just ask yourself, which hat do I need to put on right now? Is it the artist, the scientist, or the professional? The very best managers know the answer is almost never just one. It's knowing how to be all three.